Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Dukect, back with you once again on this Wednesday evening. How are you doing? And let's talk a bit about some AEW. We're going to talk a little bit of that, the anniversary show. And if you want to come into the show and talk about that little thing, the show is easy to get to. You connect to me via chat room, not just on here, but also on Talk Show, but also here on the YouTubes. And not only that, you can let me just get the thing here. If you want to get the information here, ladies and gentlemen, the way you can come back to me, the phone number, if you want to call in, is 605-562-0444. Once again, the number is 605-562-0444. And the show ID connecting me, Dukect, is 92417. Once again, show ID is 92417. And if you want the link to the show, to a link to the entire show, ladies and gentlemen, a way to connect to me, not just a phone call, but also on the headset microphone. If you could do that, you can put the headset and microphone on together, and when you can do that, you can connect with me, Dukect. And I'll put the link in the chat as well. Put this thing here. It's not just here. Put this. It's on the. It is in the description, but I'll put the link here if you want to connect to me, Dukect, with a phone, or you can use a headset and microphone to come a little bit of the talk. Anyway, let's get into the. Let's get into it. Let's get into the big AEW. The big AEW anniversary show. Big matches here, ladies and gentlemen. Big matches. One of the big shows here, you can look and say there's a bit of a pay-per-view as such. And let me tell you, AEW during this whole pandemic, I think they've done very well to continue this stuff, and hopefully they get majority of their roster back after this pandemic and such is done, hopefully next year, so they can really show their strive, because, man, AEW this entire year has been full of ups, it has been full of downs, but overall, I believe AEW is doing some really good things, positive things, shows in the ratings, shows in the people are interested, and I'm hopeful it continues to grow. Anyway, let's get into the matches here. First up is the AEW World Tag Team Championship as FTR, the champions, with Tully Blanchard on their side, taking on the Best Friends. And Best Friends has been doing on a roll. They've been on the roll for the longest time now. They've been one of the most consistent tag teams during this pandemic era, winning majority of their matches, and recently had a huge big match. Who's win against Pride, Santana Ortiz, Pride and Powerful. They took them down in that huge parking lot brawl. It was fun and exciting. And this match was fun and exciting too. I mean, they really show both of these teams have great chemistry with each other. I like the way they started this out. I love, I mean, these teams. I almost thought, in some cases, I thought the best friends would. And I'm surprised that there were no real, well, spoiler or whatever. I'm spoiling the whole thing. I'm surprised there weren't any big shock title changes here, which I'm surprised a bit. But that's just my personal thing. I wish there was some surprises. I wish there could have been some tag. I think a title. I think your tag team titles would not have been too hard to lose. You could just build FTR Best Friends versus Young Bucks, and you could just have the Young Bucks and tease that thing up. I don't know, maybe for Full Gear or whatever. But I think Best Friends did. I think did really good. The finish though was weird because you had. One of the it went on the outside, and then I believe it was, I don't know, Chuck Taylor or Trent ran into the arcade machine. Kip Sabian was playing. I said, and then just I was like, they're just basically teasing what type of environments they're going to use for their AEW video game. It pretty much is. That's what it is. It's teasing every single environment. So that's what it is, man. That's what it is. That's what's gonna happen. That's what it is. They're just teasing it. And honestly, this is gonna be. And I'm surprised it didn't win, but it was a really good match. But the ending felt a little flat to me, but it did set things up for later as FTR, with the help of a championship belt shot to the head, retain their championships. And then later on, Miro, the best man, comes in, takes down majority both best friends and, best friends, both of them. And Kip Sabian is well pissed. And they had a match. They had a match. Let's see. Let's see. You had Miro takes on Sean Miller and a partner. I think that was someone, but he never got tagged in as Sheen Mola just got completely destroyed by Miro. It says Kip said that's happened to mess with his games, and then game over. They ain't messing around. So it looks like the best friends have a new rival for a while before they can finally get that first tag team championship run. Then backstage, you have Lance Archer beating up John Moxley, before they broke that fight up. Then next up, you have MJF comes out, calls out Chris Jericho in the inner circle into the ring for his announcement. He tells Sammy Guevara to put the jacket on, and it's just way too big. It's a 5X. So basically a jacket that would fit me. And hopefully that will change because I'm trying to lose some of this weight and such. So, but yeah, it was, and it was pretty much a back and forth hilarious segment that they just wants to join the inner circle. They get back and forth, and MJF was struggling to get that out because he's such a big ego guy. And then Jericho says he needs some time to think about it and invites MJF to a steak dinner at the restaurant next week to discuss their decision. Even though there are people out there says there's no way. Ortiz says, no, you're not joining the inner circle. Next up, you have a Britt Baker segment with Tony Schiavone and massages and pacemaker, because of course Tony needs that because of his I think he needed a day after getting super kicked by the Young Bucks, and then bam, calls herself the baddest bitch in the block, and then that was one of Britt Baker's rules, and she's setting. I think they're eventually setting her up. Finally, when she gets enough healed up to finally go after AEW Women's Championship, as she called, and then she helps Rax Tony's chest hair, and then she talks up her another comeback match. What happens next week? Joy, another comeback match. She had one like last week or whatever. Anyway, next up in our matches, our next championship match is the TNT Championship. By the way, this is old because he went back to blonde hair because why not? Cody taking on Orange Cassidy. A match that honestly Orange Cassidy is just, trolling him, by the way, before we get into it, Darby Allin is Pierce was sitting there in the outer edges watching because it's pretty much been at full gear. It's going to be Cody versus Orange Cassidy. Cody, Orange Cassidy. We will get to that later. But it will be the TNT Championship as Darby Allin looking down. So yeah, Cody Orange, good match. Both chemistry, even though Orange just does these things to really frustrate Cody. That's what it is. He's frustrating him. But Cody gets, uses, make sure he goes over the top for it. Good back and forth. And again, I keep saying this, and I feel like I have to remind myself, is this that Orange Cassidy. I thought this guy was just going to never, ever really get connected with the crowd, will not do anything else like that. I thought this would never, and I mean never, get over. I never thought that. Because, oh gosh, I thought it was too cringe, too inside. But you know what? I can be wrong. And it's not, it's not the end of the world to be wrong. And that's, that's the, that's not the, end of the day. That's the end of the day. I can be wrong, and it's not wrong, and it's okay to be wrong. And all right, I'm just sharing this stuff, by the way. All right, we just we'll put this here. All right, there we go. Boom. All right, and that's what it is. That's what it is, ladies, and that's what it is. Sometimes you're going to be wrong, and honestly, Orange Cassidy really is just does a really good job here. By the way, the Dark Order is there in ringside. John Silver's still pissed off. They're all pissed off because of what's happened to the Dark Order. The leader, Mr. Brody Lee. John Silver was about to hit Cody with the TNT Championship. Orange grabs it, and the referee ejects the entire group, the Dark Order, from the ring, which I think they should have been ejected in the first place. But, well, that's what it is. It is what it is, people. But you know what? Let's keep this train moving. Cody, it's a Cody. Orange Cassidy continues, and Orange Cassidy got tempted to use the championship belt, but he decides against it, give the title back to Arn Anderson, and they kept going. Orange Cassidy looked like he was going to win. Then it's up to Cody. They both hit their huge moves, big moves, but at the end of the day, the match ends in a draw after 20 minutes. So, and by the way, you see at the end of the day, you see Darby Allin doing this, clapping, because it reminds him, of how the first time we saw him facing against Cody way back last year, and getting a tie there. And he hasn't really won that match yet. So maybe at Full Gear he'll get it, but he might have to take on Orange Cassidy. But who knows, ladies and gentlemen? Who knows? But anyway, next up you had Lance Archer come in, talk about getting. You said why, you said why did you attack John Moxley? Of course, it's like Jake Paul said, why you go after a mountain? But why are you climbing out? Because it's there. And then he wanted to go into his great spiel. Probably had a really good promo. Moxie comes in and just starts going to town on Lance Archer. And then after that stuff, you have Matt Hardy segment in his interview with his family on, and he says he's 100% and he's feeling great. And then it looks like a man in a hoodie comes in, burns Matt Hardy's personalities one by one, and it was revealed that Sammy Guevara was the one who took him down, and he says he wants to destroy Hardy. It will never be done until he destroys Hardy once and for all. Hardy says Guevara will be first order of business. Now he's cleared, so this thing is not over. I expect something to end in Full Gear, and at Full Gear, personally. Tag team contender drawing to select the competitors for next week's Fatal 4-Way to determine the number one contender to AEW tag team titles. 4 teams were randomly drawn. You had Private Party, Silver Reynolds, Butcher and Blade, and the Young Bucks. And, part of me is like, hey, you have a ranking system. Which, hold on, let me see. All right. Yeah, I'm gonna see the rankings here. I'm gonna put this up here. All right. Okay. I'm looking to see the rankings. Okay. No, not stop recording. I'm gonna stop sharing the screen here. And okay, share screen. Here we are, sharing it. Okay. Single champions here. Women's ranking. Okay, I think Nyla Rose is back. I didn't know. Yeah, Nyla Rose is gonna probably get another championship opportunity soon. Best friends, and they got the Young Bucks, and I think they might do something. Let's see. Yeah, they look honestly. Look at the tag teams. After beating Best Friends, here's your 4 tag teams. You had Young Bucks, Natural Nightmares, Butcher and the Blade, and Santana Ortiz. They could have just easily did that. Boom. It's easy. I know people like Private Party. I like them. But yeah, Young Bucks, Natural Nightmares, Butcher and Blade, and Santana Ortiz. You have 2 you have 1 babyface team as the Natural Nightmares. You have the Young Bucks. You got the Butcher and the Blade, and Santana Ortiz. There, you build that up. It's right there, and doing the random rank stuff when you have the tag team rankings right there kind of seems a waste. And it probably, I mean, I would really think having QT Marshall, Dustin Rhodes, and and the Young Bucks or something to be there, and you got Butcher Blade, you got Pride and Powerful, Santana Ortiz. You got all that right there. You see that, ladies and gentlemen? You got this right here. I have no idea why you've had to do all this type of just go arounds and such. I don't know. It's just that's just me. I think it's best if they just did that. I don't know. And you could just have Private Party and Silver Reynolds, fighting Dark or Full Gear pre-show and have them build themselves up. Have Private Party start building themselves up. Or you can say Young Bucks are suspended and they, put and they were taken down, and you add them into that situation and such, because it'll been super kicking everyone. Wait for consequence there. That sort of thing. But that's just me. Anyway, Young Buck come in, super kick Silver and Blade before a big fracas comes in, and then Young Bucks end up on top after the Private Party. They say shake hands, and then bam, super kick them. So yeah. Then we get to our women's championship match. You have Hikaru Shida taking on Big Swole. See if I can get the thing stop here. Okay, share the screen. Boom. There we are. Back. I made my point, and there it is. That's how I roll, people. That's how I roll. Anyway, this was a very hard-hitting match. Both had really good chemistry with each other. There were some issues. I think some slip on that big top rope there. It was a big. I honestly think because of the heat, or they just they slipped each other, wet or whatever. It happens. But I think Big Swole, fixed that with a nice cutter on Hikaru Shida on the ramp. Really good recovery. Good match overall. But at the end of the day, Hikaru Shida wins the match, retains her AEW Women's Championship. And man, that was really good. I'm hopeful Big Swole continues to grow. I like her. Her personality's there, and and she's getting better in the ring. I think she will win that women's championship down the road. I think she will. Not in 2020, but I think maybe in 2021. I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to grow and continue to get better. And Kuroshita, I see Nyla Rose probably getting another shot, probably at Full Gear, to really have that feud end as well. And that's my personal thing. Have her maybe win the belt back. Who knows? Anyway, and that sort of thing, and have Hikaru Shida, do something with maybe team up with Thunder Rosa or whatever to take on, like say a Britt Baker or Palami Ford or whatever. Team up with to take those things down, the tag division for a while. But just me. But now, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for the main event. As it's Jon Moxley versus Lance Archer. As Archer comes in and beats the crap out of one of the production crew because he likes Jon Moxley for some reason, and because this is gimmick and just kills everybody. And by the way, you had Eddie Kingston and the Lucha Brothers on commentary. Well, it was basically Eddie Kingston. It was doing all the talking, which is fine by me. And my gosh, this is a no disqualification match. As Tony Khan made it one. He says, all right, y'all going to make this into a no disqualification match. And let me tell you, this was just as great as their Texas Death Match for the U.S. Championship, for the New Japan U.S. Championship, which I need to go see. I heard there's good things about it. Man, those two are actually really good. Those two have dangerously fun chemistry, back and forth, hitting big moves and chair shots, choke slam with the chairs, just everything. And then you had the paradigm shift right onto some two tables, call back to the New Japan U.S. Top Chip match. And these two really did a great job. And again, I was surprised there was no title changes here and the entire thing, all the championships won. I really thought that Lance Archer was going to win. After he hits the blackout, I thought he was going to win, become the new AEW champion, but no, it was a little bit. He got caught with a tag team. He got caught with a crucifix pin, shot and wins, and Lance Archer doesn't like that, and he was just taking him out, and then bam, Lucha Brothers help out Lance Archer. I mean, but Jon Moxley. Weird, but intriguing. At the end of the day, shocking, them, and then thanks to Cooler Heads prevailing with Jake Roberts leading his monster away, and then you have Eddie Kingston talking big ups to him. You give him up. He says yes. He feels great and all this type of stuff. He's like, yeah, you championship, yada, build him up. And then, bam, hits him with a backhand and choked him out. He tells Mox, he said, Mox, I never tapped out. And then you had JR saying we had to go. And he says, I'm tapped out. I didn't tap out, and I'm coming for him. So I think we're our main event for Full Gear as Kingston takes on Moxley for the AEW Championship, maybe. No disqualification. Maybe it's the first I Quit match in AEW history. Who knows? That'd be something. I don't know. I'm just spitballing here. Overall, though, I really enjoyed this. It was fun. I really liked it. My only complaint is that no championship changed hand. I wish they did because I think you have these cards here. You don't want to have long title fatigue because that's the thing. I mean, Jon Moxley's held the AEW World title for a long time. And long title reigns can work, but I think that championship reigns can, sometimes a shock of the championship reign winning, we'll have a shock of that after like 2 or 3 months. I'm not saying Cody should have dropped the title or anything like that. Or, I'm talking, say, John Moxley, FTR, and maybe Hikaru Shida could have dropped the belts. Would have been a really good and shocking moment, because I don't want them to be so AEW becomes too complacent with their champions. They don't want to say, "Oh, we got a big money match later on," and we have to wait till this moment for them to get that great money match. Then they'll have something there, instead of uh, not striking when irons hot with someone. That's what I think. Could be wrong though. Could be wrong. But overall, I did enjoy the show. I had a fun time. Sucks that I couldn't go. I honestly, if this pandemic was here, I think I honestly would have loved going to this. I would have been there. You're damn straight I would have. I would have went to this show if I could have. But no, we're not. I can't get to that show. It's a shame, Willie. But here we are. Uh, but anyway, we're gonna take a small little commercial break. Not commercial, but music break. We're gonna listen to some. Let's see. Let's listen to a little bit of Speeding Towards Adventure, 25 Years Sonic the Hedgehog OC remix. We're gonna listen to that. Go to the website. They're great stuff. So listen to that. We're gonna listen to By the Seaside instrumental with Tooz McGee. So yeah, we're gonna listen to that here live on the Dukect Lounge. We'll be right back right after this, and after that, we're gonna talk a little bit about Marvel Avengers. Not looking too good. And we'll be right back right after this. And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. Thank you so much for being here with me, Duke CT, here on the Duke CT Lounge. Thank you so much for joining me on this Wednesday evening. You see this thing, not only if you're watching this live, that's great. If not, well, you can also listen to this on Podbean. Also on you can listen on this on blogspot.com/DukeCT Productions and on network.com and on Medic Expression. So yeah, and that is gonna be great, man. We're doing good, people. We're doing good. Well, from greatness and the other, let's talk about Marvel Avengers. Oh geez, Marvel Avengers right here. This test was the let me just put this here. Right here. Avengers is currently in limbo with Crystal Dynamics. Seemingly pushing back numbers from a match while substantially trying to fix what currently out the game. Loot, more loot. Since players don't know when fixes are coming, interest in the game appears to be tapering off at an increased pace, and that's starting to come off with a few noticeable issues with players remain. Is that paragraph sound familiar? Well, you might remember it from an article I wrote back in 2000 last year, 2019. Inspect replace Crystal Dynamics with BioWare and Avengers with Anthem. Remember Anthem? Now people, dang man. Let's see. Uh, man, I need to sign this thing here. All right. Let's see if I can find it. Because it was something here, man. It was a tweet. It said that Anthem was sold for $1 and such. I can't believe I couldn't find it. But hopefully Marvel's Avengers will not be here. And now it looks here. Look at this. Right here, 1,000, dipping below even 900. Look, it is sad. Look at this. Avengers too broken and all this stuff. It's sad. It is. It's sad, but I'm not surprised by this. And you know why? Because when I first saw this, it seemed like they did not know what they were doing. I wish this game was completely canceled because they don't know what they were doing with this game. They had no plan for it. It felt like they were trying to have something decent, but yet they shoved into all these this game style of just play to win or whatever. It's BS. And now you see it's Avengers is now starting to dip below 1,000 players, and in the PC it's worse than on Steam. I don't even want to know what's going on PS4 and Xbox and such. And they couldn't even have any ward table missions. They don't have they can't find a team for people. There's no one there. They have it's rare to get a full team of 4 for PS4. And they have like an AI fill-in, and that's not good. And just there's nothing other than basically treating, Captain America just threw his shield over like what, 1 billion times. That's great. No real communication. There was going to have a Hawkeye related stuff. We have supposedly at the end of October they said Kate Bishop is there, but yet there's more content and fixes between communications, and then you have just end game farming and such. Nothing really. These live service games, they don't have really a structure, and when they do seem to have one, they completely forget. I mean, these whole things, these plans, like with Destiny, we're gonna have some for 10 years, and 2 years later, oh, we have Destiny 2. We're gonna do something all this for Anthem. Oh, Anthem is now basically gone. Now this, it's gonna be in another dumpster bin with this stuff, man. I really hope Gotham Knights kicks ass, but at this point, I don't know. I really don't know. And speaking of stuff here, they supposedly right here, the Collider. Let me just put this here. Share the screen. And here it is. Avengers, right here. Can Marvel's Avengers updates encourage a dwindling player base to reassemble? Marvel's Avengers, a superhero smash-up game from Crystal Dynamics and Square Enix. This is from the article by Dave Trumbur. It says it's become a daily play for me, but that doesn't mean it's for everyone. For casual players out there, the empty hype surrounding the release might have been enough to check out during this August beta release, but even the hardcore players are starting to drift away from the relatively new title. That's a problem for a few reasons. With a dwindling player base, it's going to be hard for game studios to greenlight additional updates in the months to come. Secondly, the compound issue of fewer and fewer players is that online multiplayer matchplaying gets harder and harder to compete, giving players more of an excuse to bail. Crystal Dynamics hopes that the first major content update will turn things around. And you see, they have Kate Bishop as Hawkeye, and also Spider-Man. They're bringing in Spider-Man, people, to save this game. And quite honestly, and it's only a PS4 exclusive. Yeah, PS4 exclusive. I mean, that's yeah. There's going to be that. I can't. That's just. Why even get hyped for a game like that? Why get hyped? Why get hyped? When you know that majority of something that people love, Spider-Man, is nowhere near this. Nowhere near this game you've been hyping up the Avengers. He's not in the game, which is sad. I honestly think Spidey for Xbox and PC owners is just what do they get? Do they get any exclusive? I mean, Black Panther is supposed to come. You got all these other people coming, but I think to me it's too little, too late. The game looks unfinished, uncooked. The beta proved that, and I saw people playing the beta. It just looked completely not ready for prime time. Like, oh, it's a beta. Don't worry. I'm like, and we look at the main stuff now. It's just like, well, don't worry, they'll fix it. I'm like, what happened to finished games? Remember finished games, people? And you wonder why people are just are ducking out with the games, and especially live service games. They're not complete at launch. You have to wait 2 years and years later to finally get a full package, or pay ridiculous stuff for characters like this. I guarantee you, if you actually look at the character and such, I guarantee you, I guarantee you that if playing Hawkeye, be it Kate Bishop, Clint Barton, or Ant-Man, or anything else, even Spider-Man, it's not going to save this game. It won't, because it's not finished. And even when it finally is finished, the player base are going to be completely gone. Hell, I honestly think the player base is going to be back, probably playing the Suicide Squad game and Gotham Knights, because Gotham Knights looks like completely done. It looks great, and you're not fighting goddamn robots. You're fighting actually Batman's rogues gallery with his other bad family. You're fighting Mr. Freeze. You're fighting probably Riddler. You're probably fighting Two-Face. You're fighting, Clayface. You probably Man-Bat. See, Joker, Harley Quinn, Poison Ivy, maybe even Ra's al Ghul. Heck, you got the Court of Owls as well. So that's what you're getting when you look at Gotham Knights. You're probably getting that. You're not fighting tons and tons and tons of robots and more robots. Oh, by the way, the Inhumans, yeah, they're not really using it. And it frustrates me because you have something great here and they're just dumping it. You have greatness and they dumped it. And I hate that because, I mean, there's people who probably do like Kamala Khan. They do like Kate Bishop. And they do well, eventually Miles Morales or say Black Panther. They want to have those type of diverse voices, these diverse characters in the game. Don't you think a better game would be a great way to introduce these people to these characters? Wouldn't that be a great way to reintroduce them into something great, something that for the game, for the kids and the teenagers and all that type of stuff, to really say, wow, this is great, to, oh my gosh, man, the gameplay is completely hard, and they just walk away from that character, associating them with with their crappy game and such, not getting them to the movies, not getting to the comic books, or getting to the new Disney Plus series they're going to be connected to. That's to me, that shows that they're not really knowing what to do at this point. It just shows to me that they're like that, the people behind the scenes, the powers that be behind the scenes in this game, they just saw it. Well, we're not going to have the game is like 20, like 50, 60, 78% done. We'll just fix the rest in patching and such. There's a reason why I don't go and get like the next consoles or buy new games is because of that. I'll wait until the entire game is finished. I'm like, you know what? I am not going to buy this game. I'm not going to buy a game at launch. It's foolish to do so. Even if that stuff is like, oh, you get a special this, that. No. I'm waiting until all of the patches, all the things are done. Then I get the Game of the Year edition. And I think that's where and honestly, I feel like the reason why that this game is a live service game is because they wanted to get rid of that. Because if they did get a Game of the Year, a Game of the Year edition, people wouldn't even be playing this game. It would be even lower, probably like 600 or some people playing it. Or we're like, okay, just wait until the Game of the Year edition comes out. Heck, they might even do that anyway. They might actually do that anyway. But that's just my personal opinion. Could be wrong, but, well, look at this. You got a new Warzone. Oh, look. Oh, I didn't know Randy Orton was going to be there. Oh, that's Clint Barton. God damn it. Generic, man. Like, they just, oh, gosh. They put the dude from Infamous here. It's just, that's Clint Barton. Yeah, another thing. Lazy design, too. They just look completely tired. The Avengers look tired, old, and just boring. And I hate that. I hate that. I hate it. Ugh. Oh, by the way, it's an AIM cloning lab. Too many clones anyway, robots and such. Blah, that's another thing for the new content. Then you got like Spider-Man there. Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's for PS4. I don't care. Why should people care? Why should I care? Because at the end of the day, you didn't make a good game. You didn't make anything memorable. You didn't make anything they didn't make it, just made it shovelware. Shame, because I honestly thought that maybe with the people behind like Crystal Dynamics and such, I really wanted Marvel Avengers to succeed. In fact, I was like, maybe get the game myself, maybe when I get a PS4 or Xbox One or whatever. Or you get it on Steam. But looking at this now, I'm glad I didn't buy it. It's old. It's everyone. It just feels old, ladies and gentlemen. It looks old. Everybody looks old and haggard. The entire gameplay is old and haggard. The whole place, the whole thing, live service thing is old and haggard. Everyone, and I'm tired of that. This stuff, man. We deserve better, man. Games like that. Kamala Khan deserves better. Iron Man deserves better. The Avengers need to be better. I honestly say just play the Ultimate Alliance games. At least they have full content and such. You know, I'm probably gonna wait to the expansion pass and just wait for a game of the year thing to get that. But so I get everything. But that's just my personal opinion. At least I have that. At least I have that gameplay down to a science. Anyway, that's the show, boys and girls. That's the show. I hope you enjoyed it. Anyway, this is Dukect here. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.